Yo, what's up, guys? We're back, and we got Staryu and Starmie, and I just want to preface this by saying I fucking love Starmie. This is kind of loud. Hold on, it's a little loud. I have a plushie of Starmie that I fucking love. I don't know. I've always liked Starmie. I think they're really cool, and I didn't give them any special treatment per se, but I just wanted to clarify that because I like them. um, so they're not super different. They're just a lot stronger and faster, and they have different bulk. And okay, so like you know how I usually start these off with addressing things like, oh, why is this not this way, or why is this way? Something that a lot of you guys might be wondering is why is there no regenerator? Where is the regenerator? Oh, it's regenerator. It talks about their regenerative abilities. The Staryu should have regenerator. I agree on paper, but then you realize I wonder what another water psychic type with regenerator is. Where the hell? There, come on, it's ruining my point. There you go. Yeah, there's a water psychic here with regenerator that uses it much better than Starmie could ever use it. And like, actually, Gen 1 has a shitload of water psychics now, but these are almost all of the water psychics in the whole hack are all in Gen 1 for the most part, which is funny, but the thing is, like, they have better abilities that work better for their stats. So a lot of you guys think, oh, they should have regenerator. No, they shouldn't. I mean, sorry, they should in real games, but they don't have it in real games. So, sorry, what am I trying to say? I didn't want them to overlap with Slowbro. Is my point. Alright, Slowbro's a better water psychic regenerator. Golduck has Swift Swim and all that good stuff, and Magic Guard, and so I figured give Starmie two really fitting abilities, and two really fitting abilities are one that is similar to Illuminate in the concept, and the other one is Neuroforce, which I've been giving to a lot of alien-esque Pokemon or weird fucking Pokemon, so like Tentacruel, Starmie, I know Behem is gonna have it. What else off the top of my head? Possibly Claydol is gonna have it. Mons like that, if that gives you guys a decent vibe of what I'm giving Neuroforce to. Great ability. It gives you, well, now it gives you a true expert buff boost. It used to give you 25% and expert buff was 20%, but I actually buffed expert buff to 25%, so just because I'm tired of throwing life orb and everything, if you want the power boost, I feel like expert buff could be fun. Especially with Neuroforce, because that actually stacks. So it's 1.25 times 1.25, so you get a 1.56 boost. So over a 1.5 boost with your super effective boost is really strong. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. So that's the major thing, I guess, is no regenerator. The other major thing is the water psychic on Staryu, but I don't think anybody's gonna look at that and be weird about it. If anything, it was weird that it wasn't water psychic, to be honest. So that's not really a big deal. Natural Cure is only because Luminescent is not useful at all on Staryu because none of its moves can miss early game. Like there's no moves that have low accuracy early game. You start to get the 5% and 10% mischance moves and the 15% mischance moves in the late game. So, no, or at least like in the mid game, which is why Starmie is Luminescent, not Staryu. Natural Cure is pretty useful anyways. There's a good amount of status moves early game. Sorry. There's a lot of stuff like Thunder Wave and Poison Powder and all that crap early game. You can just swap it in and swap it right out, and that's useful. Otherwise, you got Neuroforce, which are good coverage moves, so really nice stuff there. Yeah, otherwise, their stats are much different. So they are not as physically bulky at all, or at least Starmie isn't, because I just don't really see it. I mean, I guess it has the little gem, and it's a starfish, and they have like kind of hard bodies, but I figured the weird gem and the spinning and the weird alien nature of it would mean that it would have a better special defense stat, so I like the idea of it having 100 special defense. And I dropped a shitload attack just kind of, well, number one, to min-max a little bit because I wanted 525 base stat total, and number two, just because, like, they don't really look like they should be able to hit you physically at all. I mean, I guess they can spin really hard, but that's pretty stupid. They shouldn't have a good attack, in my opinion, so, yeah, I know they're based on shurikens, but hey man, that's on them for not making a fucking Dark Steel spinning shuriken Starmie with like 150 attack and 150 speed or some ridiculous shit. That would be so cool. Anyways, yeah, they are much stronger. Like you can see here, Staryu is just so much faster and so much stronger and has better bulk overall. Despite, actually no, it just has better bulk overall actually, for Staryu at least. 400 base set total because you're not going to be catching it until probably the second island. I doubt you'll be able to fish it up because there's literally only one singular fishing spot in all of Melee for before you beat Hala, and I have to put a bunch of stuff in there. So actually, there's two. No, there's only one because the one in the cave, the Seaward Cave, is not available till you get surf. So yeah, there's literally just a one fishing spot in Hala Bay. And Staryu doesn't really fit to be in there, and also Staryu fits fine to be in there, I guess, but Staryu doesn't need to be in there. There's no point. It's too strong for Hala, anyways. Ooh, excuse me. Tired, y'all. Yeah, it works. So with the pointer base set total, and that's so you can evolve it later as well. And there's a good amount, like first stage of 400 base set total, 420, 430 type stuff. You guys have seen it, so Staryu fits is one of those. Pretty strong little dude. And Starmie just becomes so much stronger. I wanted to go all out and get like 133 or 143 special attack, but that's like would be ridiculously overpowered. Even if I kept the exact same speed, it would be so it would be too English fucking shit, yo. That would be overpowered. So I opted for a much more reasonable and still extremely high 123 base special attack. And I also gave them a slight bust to their speed, just because, you know, their speed creep and all the other speed tiers are much faster, and so I figured, you know, give them a little bit of a little extra oomph to outpace some other mons. So that's nice. It outpaces common base 115. Not common base 115, but it's a common speed tier in terms of like mons that are around that range will be 115. So it's nice to outspeed those naturally. So Neuroforce, like I said, is just great. They have so much coverage. I mean, they already had so much coverage that I gave them even more. So they have electric coverage, ice coverage, grass coverage, poison coverage, ghost coverage, dark coverage, bug coverage, fairy coverage, rock coverage, and then also hidden power, and then also fighting coverage. I think I said that already. If I didn't, then there you go. There's so much reliable stuff. You can hit literally everything super effectively, man. There's barely anything you can't hit super effectively. And then you also have fun stuff like Weather Ball in the Sun for fire coverage if you wanted, or Nature Power is great. Nature Power is also great with, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'll just say it now. Nature Power is excellent with camouflage, especially because you can get up terrain. I considered giving them electric terrain so they can use electric terrain plus camouflage plus nature power. Or actually, they don't even need nature power in that case. They could choose, you know, electric terrain, camouflage, stun and bolt. I thought that'd be pretty cool. If you guys think that electric terrain isn't a reach, you can comment and I'll add it on there. But I actually ended up leaving it off because I feel like electric terrain people could think it's weird. I don't think it's weird personally. Let me actually see if they gave it to it in Sword and Shield. Probably not, but it's worth checking. Yeah, I didn't give it to it. That's what I thought. I really wish I could make a meteor beam move. Anyways, sadly the charge effect doesn't work if you apply it to moves. I tried. It just makes the animation lag or fuck up, or not lag. Sorry, it makes it fuck up or freeze, meaning you never get the attack off. But yeah, that's like I said, Neuroforce is just a great free power boost. 123 best special attack, 117 speed Neuroforce with every coverage move you could ever fucking want. So that's already great. And then your other ability is Luminescent as Starmie, and that is amazing as well. And what that can do is boost your accuracy. So what it does is boost your accuracy by 10%. But that is actually a lot stronger than you might think. Because here, look, it'll say Hydro Pump. It's 90% accurate. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna yawn again. Excuse me. Hydro Pump is 90% accurate. That becomes 99. They don't have Hypnosis, but that was just the example I put on this, and that becomes 88. And that's just amazing. So, for example, Torrential Pulse becomes 99% accurate. That's a great example. Moonblast becomes 100% accurate because it's 95%. What else? Side Strike and Whirlpool both become, I believe, 93% because they're 85. Side Strike is 130 base power, hits the physical side. Whirlpool is 130 base power, that's actually 80% accurate. So this will become 88% accurate as Whirlpool, which is really strong because you get 130 base power and you get the residual damage each turn and you trap them. You could also use Whirlpool plus Wide Lens if you really wanted to. Then that would be, it would make it 100% accurate, I believe, because that's 1.15 times 1.1. So let's do. Yeah, You don't miss Whirlpool with Wildlands, which is really strong. That's stronger than like Mystic Water Surf, I think. Let's do that actually. And ugh, crap. Yeah, much stronger. Is it stronger than like Turnstible's Mystic Water? Or, yeah, it is. Wow. So there you go. Really powerful with that. So that's great with Luminescent, and then you also have by TM Luminescent. You can oh god, you can abuse Flash Cannon, which is very powerful. So that is 110 base power, 90% accurate. So that's a great move, and it drops but at half the time. Really useful, very strong. Because Steel has no special moves besides Magnetic Burst, which is semi-signature, and then you just have Mirror Shot and Flash Cannon, which are much better now. But yeah, I thought that was super cool. I might put Mirror Shot like a 30% special attack drop chance or something. I think that'd be cool. 30% to 21% special attack draws. Boost like Blink Dazzling Gleam. I'm actually gonna do that literally right now. I will do that as I speak. So, like I said, Starmie's super strong. This is good Blink Dazzling Gleam, which is really cool. Sorry. To oh god. Starmie is just really fucking fast and strong now, and it's just really nice to be able to abuse. I'll put that in the files after. I'll have it open right now, so I know not to do it. I know to remember to do it after this is over. Actually, I'll just do it right now. Plus 2 to stat 25. Easy. And that kind of gives you a reason to use Mirror Shot over Flash Cannon, despite Flash Cannon being a lot stronger and only 10% inaccurate, and also being a TM. That gives you a really good reason to use Mirror Shot. So yeah, it's just really fucking powerful. Like other moves you have is a Flash Cannon. You've got Sludge Wave, which becomes 99% accurate as well. That's 110 base power, that always drops speed. And then you have Thunder and Blizzard, both of which will become Thunder, Blizzard, and Hawk's Blast, all three of which are 85% accurate as well. So it's the same as Side Strike, and those all become 93% accurate. So it's just really powerful. You can just spam these moves so much more reliably, and they're so powerful. So you either have Neural Force to boost your coverage, so you're getting extra damage when you're super effective, which is most of the time. But then that kind of forces you to run coverage. I mean, obviously you could totally run Dual Stab plus Neural Force if you wanted to, but some of the better things that Starmie has is setup moves as well. So you have some utility stuff, like you got Miracle, you got Trick Room, which is priority now. So like what I've been doing with Trick Room, if you guys haven't noticed, is the mons that get Trick Room by level up, but it's not a team anymore. The mons that get it by level up cannot really abuse it on their own, which is intentional, because it would be overpowered otherwise. I don't like how it completely disrupts the opponent. They have like no way to counterplay it. Versus with you boosting your own speed, it doesn't reverse the turn order. You know, it just makes you faster, so it's a lot more balanced. Trick Room's very cool, but trust me, all the mons that are like slow for a reason. So making it so that you click one button and they just move first is ridiculous. And competitive as well. Sorry, competitive is not as great, but in doubles it's great. But I'm getting sidetracked. Point being, it's fast, so it can't abuse Trick Room on its own, but it can support its teammates really well with the Trick Room team. My point is that I want Trick Room teams to be limited to at least have their setters be not super slow at all, or if anything, they'd be fast. I just think that's more fair. Obviously, there'll probably be like 1 or 2 slow Trick Room setters, but they'll be like mons that need it, and they'll probably get like level 70. So that's cool. Just sneeze, man. Hate that feeling. Yeah, I think that's about it for the utility. Other than that, they just get like really good, you get like Soak plus Pyrobock Charge or Thunderbolt, which is really cool. And Z-Soak actually gives you plus 2 special attacks, so you can use that with like Giga Drain. So you can use like, for example, you can use Z-Soak with like Giga Drain and Parabolic Charge and get your healing each turn and hit them super effectively guaranteed. That's really cool. Like I said, great coverage, Fairy, all this stuff. Calm Mind and Nasty Plot are huge, but it gets better, trust me. I'm going to get to that in 2 seconds, but you already got Calm Mind and Nasty Plot. I mean, Calm Mind, you become much bulkier. You can use that with the in Nasty Plot also gives you +2 special attack, and then it's just you're nuking shit at the +2. Super fast, super strong. And then you have what am I thinking of? I was just looking at it. Oh yeah, stored power. So I want to show you guys stored power as well, because I've talked about power trip, but I don't think I've talked about stored power too much. I have. I mean, you know, it's 20 base power. I changed the PP to 3 because it's overpowered otherwise. But basically, you get a +1 special attack each time with stored power. So, for example, if you use Nasty Plot, or let's say you have 2 Calm Minds up, that's 4 stat boosts. Stored power becomes 100 base power +2 special attack. You use it again. Next turn, you get 120 base power and you're +3 special attack. So you guys can see the beauty of stored power there, and that's why that's DPP, because I don't want you sweeping teams with it. It's more of a boosting move, and also snowballs with high boosting, which is really cool and fun and interesting to use. And then you have like stuff like your barrier, cosmic power for defensive setup, which is nice actually. You get recover for reliable recovery. Obviously, you've got a lot of utility. Another really cool utility move they have there, Haze for totems. I already talked about Soak. Strange Impulse, -2 special attack, really good because they're fast. Very useful utility. And then another really cool thing they have is the Cosmic Chaos is. I've been thinking about like removing it or doing something else with it because I don't know, it's kind of gross. It's kind of dumb. I don't know what I would do with it other than just make it hit twice and then not have the flinch or priority effect. But then it's like, I mean, I guess 75% HP on something is good, but I don't like moves like this, man. I'm not a fan of them. Let me know what you guys think of that. For now, it's gonna stay as is though, because I do think it's kind of cool to have like a anytime use like kind of get out of jail free card, like you click it and it just halves their HP and it flinches them and you get it for free. It's not as good as you might think because it only does a lot of damage when they're full HP. Otherwise, you're just kind of getting like 25%, 12%, whatever. It's kind of mid. So you really got to use it on their full HP, which is not too hard to do because you can use that at any turn. So you can just save your Cosmic Chaos and use it on something and then like get them in range. A really cool combination is Cosmic Chaos plus Brine also, which is really cool because it halves their HP. So you could go like on full HP Mon, Cosmic Chaos, flinch them, and then use Brine and just delete them, which is really cool. Or 140 base power Brine, but yeah, another really cool thing is Neuralize. That is a semi-signature, and what that does is, I mean, the Z effect is pretty solid, gives you +2 speed F, but the main use of it is its priority, and it deletes their. It basically makes them forget how to use the move for 15 turns, and there's a reason it's exclusive, because obviously it would be overpowered on a regular Mon, but late game on a couple Mons, I think it's really fun. You can literally just like, for example, switch your Starmie in on a. I don't know. I can't think of an example. Whatever. Let's say you're playing a Klinkling and you use Gear Grind. You can swap in your Starmie and then instantly just click Neuralize and flash boom. No more Gear Grind for pretty much the whole time they're alive. 15 turns. They shouldn't be alive for longer than 15 turns. Unless you're like purposely stalling them out or something. In which case that's your prerogative. But then the Neuralize will run out. So yeah, super cool stuff there. And then late game, like I said, well, you already have Nasty Plot, but then you get plus stored power, you get Camouflage, and Z Camouflage, like I said, gives you changes your type to Master Terrain, but it also gives you +1 to all your stats. And so using Z Camouflage is just really fun and cool. You can do Psychic Terrain, Z Camouflage, and become a pure Psychic type. You can, I'm giving them Electric Terrain, man. I'm giving it to them, I don't care. I'm giving it, I literally do not care. So what do I delete? Although, actually, wait, I don't have to delete anything, do I? Let me just check the... Yeah, that fits on its own, okay. Let me give them Electric Terrain real quick, y'all, sorry. I think it's too cool to pass up on to have the Z Camouflage Electric Terrain. And of course, you can always just have your allies set it up. Am I missing any moves here? I don't think so. Hopefully I'm not. I know it's asymmetrical. I'll just add something. I'll add a magic room. And let me not forget to put this in the files. I already had that. Hold on, let me just take these boxes real quick. Electric Terrain, there you go. And then Star U, same thing. Alright, they got it now. So yeah, that's really cool. I think that's really fun. Otherwise, you have Grassy Terrain on allies. You have Misty Terrain on allies. You have Misty Surge Pokemon, so Electric Surge Pokemon, tons of stuff. And you can become tappings, and you don't even need Nature Power technically for all of those because you already have Psychic, Electric, Fairy, and Grass moves already. multiple actually of each type. So that's really useful. Nature Power is still nice to have though, just for earlier in the game. Like you can get like Nature Power Hydro Pump in the water, and that's really fun. So yeah, as you camouflage plus stored power becomes 120 base power with +1 all of your stats, and you're becoming super bulky, you're super fast, you're super strong, and then you'll get another +1 special attack, and you can just snowball out of control as you camouflage into stored power. You don't even need to change typing into any specific type. The only thing is that you might lose your psychic stab, so you actually want to be careful with that. That's on purpose. That's why I don't want to give them a regular Omni Boost move, because they would be too strong with that. Way too strong. They don't need it, but I think camouflage is a cool little niche thing they can do. And then they've got, like I said, Sideshock Whirlpool with Luminescent, or with that Luminescent if you want to be savage. And you got Power Glow, and Power Glow gives you +2 special attack. So you kind of just, yeah, you just kill everything. A little bit easier said than done, but with Neuroforce or Luminescent and Power Glow, you can run like Power Glow plus Strange Impulse and, Power Glow plus Parabolic Charge plus Giga Drain and just take HP from everything in front of you. It's really fun. And you should be swapping their TMs all the fucking time for coverage moves, ideally. And that's about it for Starmie, and that's at level 70, so you're only getting that for the league for the most part, which is intentional because otherwise that would be overpowered. Similarly, Tentacruel has Power Glow as well, but it has Hypnosis, and it's slower, and it has much different stats and a different typing and different abilities and whatnot. So, actually, they have the same two abilities, but what I meant to say is they have different typings and different move pools and whatnot, and stats. So, I think that's about it for Starmie. Super strong mons. I love these guys, man. It's so cool looking. Oh, I feel really good. Sorry. Yeah, I think Starmie's super underrated. Really cool mon. In main games, it's kind of underpowered. It's kind of fallen from grace because it used to be OU every gen because it just had really good speed and rapid spin. And Analytic is also pretty good in competitive because it gives you the boost on a switch. Analytic is much better in competitive than it is in game. Analytic is great in game, but only on slow mons for the most part because the AI rarely switches. Meanwhile, in competitive, Analytic is great because it's basically like a mini stakeout, or in this case, Relentless. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I also consider giving Staryu Analytic instead of Natural Cure, but I was like, you know what, let's just keep Natural Cure. It's useful. More useful for the player, honestly, because you're fast, so you're barely getting your Analytic boost. Yeah, that's about it, y'all. Super cool mon, super strong. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Stop recording.